More and more evidence is being released that the attempted assassination on Trump could have been an inside job, or at the very least, they're leaving out key details in some sort of a cover-up of incompetence. We have this and so much more to unpack here on Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. My name's Elijah Schaefer, and this segment is sponsored by Done With Debt, providing emergency debt relief solutions to American patriots at donewithdebt.com. Let's start the show. Well, Fox News reports what we're all thinking. It seems like there's more than meets the eye when it comes to this attempted assassination attempt. How could one of the most secure agencies in the entire country, quite possibly in the world, in the history of the world, allowed a lone gunman fire multiple shots after being sighted many, many times, not only using a rangefinder, but amongst other things, pulling out a long rifle? Well, Fox News says this answers absolutely nothing. I have a clip here from one of the congressional grillings, and you have to tell me, do you side more with this individual here, or do you side more with the Secret Service director, ex-Secret Service director, saying that, well, there's nothing else that we need to know? Listen.
I'm just going to say it. Are you aware, sir, that many Americans believe this was very likely not a lone shooter, but a coordinated assassination attempt? Have you been getting those messages from people like I have?
I have not, sir.
You haven't? Well, there's a lot of people in this room that have been getting the same messages. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that a lot of Americans are like, this doesn't add up, this doesn't make sense, guys? How could this many things have gone wrong, right? Like the things I pointed out, a 20-year-old kid, got 150 yards of the president of the United States with an AR-15, flew a drone to conduct site surveillance, was spotted with a rangefinder ranging targets, then lost, had advanced explosive devices on him with no military training. Nobody was placed in the most obvious spot to conduct counter sniper operations. I was a sniper in the SEAL teams, Colonel. As soon as I got out of the SUV and I saw that that water tower, I was like, that's exactly where I'd be. Put me right there. So obvious. After partisan attempts to bankrupt him, imprison him for 750 years, and countless depictions as a modern day Hitler, are you surprised, sir, that a lot of Americans are like, maybe there's more to this story?
I wouldn't begin to speculate about what the American people think, sir.
Colonel, did your team make entry and conduct investigation at the suspect's home prior to this shooting?
Excuse me, sir? I've asked that question.
Did your team make entry and conduct any investigation at the suspect's home?
I believe we had people that participated in that securing of it. There were bomb assets that we provided.
Mr. Chairman, can I have 30 more seconds?
Yeah, I'm letting everybody come.
Okay.
On the night of. Since then, none.
Did you get any reports from any of your agents of anything fishy at the home?
I was briefed on.
Was there any silverware found in the home or trash?
I have nothing in the briefing that I was given, sir.
Was it extremely clean, almost like a medical lab? Were you given any of those reports?
I wasn't giving any of those details, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're saying it's like his home was clean like a medical lab, as in someone had already scrubbed the home. I feel like you have to be a conspiracy theorist to not believe that this was something coordinated. And I'm not saying that I know what it is, because nobody does, but I can say that this is impossible. Like, we're being gaslit to the greatest extent. And I'm not going to claim anything I don't know. I'm not going to, fight for any details that I can't prove. But all the typical bad actors are defending this as just being a lone actor, and the good guys are saying there's more to the story. Hey, I was an ex-Navy SEALs team member, and this new body cam footage shows that there's not even a lot of connection or communication between the agencies. It makes you wonder what's really going on. Now, obviously, Thomas Massey even brought something up interesting here too. Like, yeah, look, no member legislating the removal of the President Trump's Secret Service protection should serve on the task force investigating Trump's near assassination. These members have already displayed politicized malice, and Speaker Johnson should block their appointments. So he's like saying, it's interesting, the media came in and everyone came in saying, if Trump gets convicted, we should remove his Secret Service. And then a couple of weeks later, he ends up getting, they try to kill him. It makes you wonder if they had planned this ahead of time and they couldn't remove his Secret Service. So then they just decided to let him, get killed anyways. I believe that that's closer to the truth than whatever narrative we're currently being given. I want to remind you, though, that the economy is in shambles because these people are lying to us about everything, including how bad inflation is. I just read a story today that Americans are the most in history behind on their car payments because of rising interest rates. Now, interest has destroyed and crippled our economy, but it doesn't have to be destroying you. Look, if you have unwanted debt and it's sitting in your accounts and you're like, how do I get rid of this today? I have good news for you. You can offload your debt today without having to file for a personal loan, without having to file for bankruptcy at donewithdebt.com. Go to donewithdebt.com today, click Vigilant News at checkout, and my friends at Vigilant News will help you get rid of your debt. You don't have to wait, but I got to remind you, it is a time-sensitive solution. So you can't sit around waiting all day. You've got to do your best today to get rid of that debt. Get rid of it at donewithdebt.com. Now, Drew Hernandez brought this up directly today, saying, look, there is more than meets the eye. FBI Director Christopher Wray claims that Thomas Crooks purchased a ladder, but they did not find or recover a ladder at the scene of the shooting. Millions of people have seen footage of multiple ladders against the building used by Thomas Crooks to shoot at President Trump. Some are saying that it was actually law enforcement, but listen for yourself.
Butler, Pennsylvania, I read something about a ladder. He used a ladder to get up on that roof, and that the ladder was found somewhere a distance away. Is that true?
So we do know that he purchased a ladder. I think if I recall correctly, it was about a 5-foot tall type of ladder. But importantly, we did not find the ladder at the scene. So it's not clear that he used the ladder to get on top of the roof.
So you don't think
we're
the ladder...
still digging into all that, things related to the ladder and his access to the roof. But he did buy a ladder, but the ladder was not found.
Yeah, and we did see a ladder. People said it was law enforcement, but my point is like we're being asked not to believe what we see. People were pointing out the shooter and nobody cared. There's something else fishy going on here. And I'd love to know your comments down below on what you think happened. If you want more of these videos, subscribe as we release them every day to our Rumble and our X account at Vigilant News. It's vital that you subscribe and share these reports. And if you'd like our newsletter direct to your inbox, subscribe to us at vigilantnews.com. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.